This is William. I did a video here a few days ago. It said, what has William been up to? And it has some leather products on there, and somebody was, I had several requests as to show a video of how I did it. I think probably the most complicated one was the one with the round bottom. So we're going to try to do one like that today. The leather is from Hobby Lobby. It's just a scrap bag of leather, and like $5. Okay, what a deal! Can't beat it. So we're gonna see what we got in here, and pick some leather and go from there. And all it is just scrap pieces. You can see. I'll raise the camera down a little bit. See, all you have is just scrap pieces of leather. The main thing is to get something big enough to do what you want to do. What you're going to need is one that you can cut out a circle, and that's going to be your bottom. And the other one is going to be a round, so that's going to be your top. So that's how it's pretty much done. Okay, so you need to find out the biggest one that you have and do your circle according to that. Okay, so let me let's see what I got here. That's probably going to be big enough to do the bottom with. Let me move the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so this is the largest piece that I have, and what you want to do is you want to just kind of square it up. And what I have here is I just fold it in half to where I can get the most out of what I've got. And just want to take the square here, just kind of square it up and keep it straight too. It's really better to cut this stuff with scissors, but kind of hard to keep a straight edge on it and still cut with scissors. Okay, again, I'm just trying to get the biggest piece of square I can. You got to start with a square. Squares make circles. Remember your geometry? Alright, there we go. So, I should be able to have a pouch that is that big around. That big around right there. Okay? So, the easy way to do this is find something round and just measure it. I mean, instead of doing all the calculations and everything. Yeah, let me get something just a little bit bigger than that. Let me go find something. I'll be right back. Okay, I found something. And basically it just wraps around here and it leaves me a little bit so that I can sew it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take this piece here and I want to cut out my bottom. Now the thing is, I need enough to turn up so that I can sew it. So use the lid, and all I want to do is just draw a circle. Take a handy dandy little pen. Okay, and take scissors and just cut it down. There. Alright, now the next thing to do is we want this to be in here like this. So we're going to sew it inside out. In other words, we're going to take this circle and attach it right here and just start sewing all the way around it. So let me get my needle all threaded and I'll get back with you. Okay, I just got a piece of artificial sinew here, probably about 1.5 yards long. And what I want to do, this is a S needle, by the way, if you haven't never seen one. You see it showed up against that. It's just shaped like an S and it's got a chisel point. Best needle I found for doing leather like this. What you want to do is you want to take your top or your sides and take your bottom and attach it at this point. So you take your needle, your little S needle in this case, and you want to leave a little bit of room here, so you come back about 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch from the bottom, and just start your sewing. Just push it through. Careful not to stick yourself. And just leave your little tag in there. And what you want to do is, as you roll around this, you want to keep your edge here even. This white portion even with your brown portion. Okay? So space yourself about 1/4 inch is what I do, and about 1/8 inch from the bottom. And just do your second deal. I almost went on the wrong side, but you want to stay on this side. The same side as what your needle side is, if that makes sense. Just do your second stitch. Now what you want to do is you want to tie this tag line off. And how I do it is just like this. I just go around 3 times. That's 1, 2, or actually twice. And just pull it tight. And then tie it again. Same way. Okay, now you're started. And just from there, 1/8 inch from the edge, 1/4 inch from the stitch. And you start going around the bottom. You see that? And you want to pull this every once in a while because you want to keep it flush. You don't want it to start puckering up. Then on the back side, see there's your stitch there, 1/4 inch, about 1/8 inch from the bottom. And just start working your way around and keeping this part right here flush. Okay, and you see that? Just got my stitches, and I got this right here. I'm keeping it flush as much as I can with the round part, and I'll just keep working my way around like this and sewing it. All right, I'll get back with you when I'm closer to the end. Okay, so I'm almost at the end now. You can see I've got the loop stitch just all the way around here. And I'll show you what I do once I get to the end here. Because you're going to have to keep going all the way around the opposite way to have all this the exact same. But before I do that, I want to pull it and make sure my stitches are tight, but not so tight that it puckers. And see, as long as you keep these edges even, this side will follow that round bottom all the way around, and you will end up with a cylinder. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these stitches. Just make sure that they're tight. Sometimes you may have to grab one here, pull it from that side. And then once it starts puckering, just kind of go around it and straighten it out. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to I'm going to sew this side here just like this all the way up. So I left it a little bit, about a quarter of an inch here to sew up, but I want to cross over it and get on the other side of it. So what I need to do here is just put another stitch right there. Alright, so now I want to go through this side of this loop right here, okay? So go right there and try not to cut the string. And then come back out on this side here. Okay, can you see what I've done here? Basically what I'm doing is I'm going the opposite way now of where I was before. So when I take my needle this time, I'm going to go through this side, okay? And just in that same hole. Then I come up through the same hole on this one. And what that does is just continues my stitch. There's no spaces, like it just fills in these spaces. Okay? And I'll just go all the way around with it like that. See, just go through this hole here. Pull it tight. Okay? That makes sense? You see that? Alright, now I'm going to go all the way around it again, and then when I get back to this point, I'll turn the camera back on.